Hello, I'm Andy, and you are a star. A star is born on the 26th of October, and that's what makes you a very, very special person in the world because you're born to be compassionate. You have the feelings for younger people and older people at the same time. And you are that wonderful educated person because you will pay a lot of education interest. You will realize that education gets you everywhere and you'll build your experience as well. You are a slow and steady person, but I like that because people like you can help your family, can help your relatives, they can help friends as well. So you're one of those people who is very welcome to be on earth, to be the wisdom and the knowledge, because you will seek wisdom and knowledge all the time. And that is what will give you that wonderful, creditable attitude and knowledge and reputation, which is going to be wonderful. You'll have a character which is very calm but very serious. You're not going to stand for nonsense from either children or family members. Try to relax a bit. Nobody can go for that perfectiveness like you. Don't expect just your children and your family members to do that. So be kind and give a lot of space to people because you could turn to be a very strict person of values and of wanting to remain as very high standards as well. You could be a professional in just about anything because you will seek the knowledge of education and treat it as a very serious thing. You may not get the opportunities earlier in age, but you'll catch up as you grow older to become that professional that you've always dreaming to be. Because your early days, you may have a lot of energy to give to people in the sense of financial backing and help, in the sense of your time as well. So you may miss out the opportunities in the earlier ages, but you'll catch up beautifully as you grow older. And I like your age of 26, which is shows the maturity in you will occur. And I like your 27 because it shows success comes knocking on your door. We'll talk more about this later. Regarding compatibility, you are naturally a very compatible person because you're a compassionate person, always reaching out to help people and do whatever you want with them. And you'll have the chance to show this compatibility in a wonderful, wonderful way. Regarding romance and marriage, your age of 26 stands out as finding somebody who's suitable for yourself. And if it's not marriage, it will be a closeness for some time. And the marriage could then occur at the age of 27. So 26 and 27 are very fruitful ages for you. The ages where the planets mature for you and give you all that step up to success in one way or another. Regarding romance and marriage, you are going to be a person who will give too much attention to the people you love, like your siblings, brothers and sisters, like your parents. So you may miss out the chance of early marriage. Nothing wrong with that. You'll catch up with it. But you will find somebody suitable at 26 and 27. Reading your palms will be very important because what I'm doing now is something very general. Just says 26th of October. If I had your full date of birth, your time of birth, and if I could read your palms, then I will see exactly what's waiting for you and how you're going to get it or miss it or whatever. That's why I have a 9 year period given for you, a 9 year period, which I'm going to do a horoscope for you. And it will cost you USD $50 for this 90-minute session. And in this 90-minute session, I'll go through your next 9 years. I'll give you a lot of information. We'll talk about that later. Your talent. You could be a great politician because the compassionateness is what people will recognize and they'll vote for you to be in the parliament or be in some state government or whatever. And the other talents that you have, you could become a great teacher as well. As I said, any profession you can tackle. But what you want to teach people as a teacher, as a lecturer, as a professor, that you could go easily into that area. And you will see that you get a lot of benefit and satisfaction when you do that. I'm going to read to you some ages, and I call them the positive ages. Some call it the positive milestones in your life. And they are, you'll start getting lucky at age of 8, and then 17, good news will come. And then 26, wonderful time, getting on your feet and finding success. And then the ages of 35, 44, 53, 62, 71, and 80, and 89, and even 98 years old. These are all special ages where you work towards the milestones and come into these ages and find more than a basket full of success for yourself. So these are your positive ages to look forward to. There are many cycles like this, but I'm only going to choose one positive and I'll give you one negative as well. And you have to be very, very careful of these ages of 6, and then 15, and then 24, 33, 42, 51, 60, 69, 78, 87, or 96 years old. As you approach these ages, you'll find things getting very complicated. As you enter these ages, you will see all over the place chaos in one area of your life or another. So you see, it's all about cycles in our life because the planets move in cycles. It'll be time for the good news and it'll be time for the bad news. Sometimes it's time in the middle. So that's what I do for you for your next 9 years. Age by age, I'll talk to you about your next 9 years in detail. And regarding your health, you're a person who will grow very old. You have the chances of growing very old in your life because the world needs you. And in this, you will garner a lot of wisdom. And you could be a preacher in religion, you could be a teacher in religion, and you could be a lawyer, or you would be a wonderful lawyer to fight for the rights of others. You could be a magnificent doctor who will study and study and study the latest techniques of medicine. You could be anything. You could be a great architect if you wanted to be. So it's all wide open because knowledge and wisdom, universities and schools and colleges are all where you want to be. And so that's the greatness about you, always seeking the wisdom and never ever stopping. And of course, philosophy. Oh, you will be a philosopher. You will always look at the good and the evil and in the in between and talk about philosophy, which could be linked to religion. You could be very interested in religion. So there's so many things about you. Only when I have your full date of birth and your time of birth and reading your palms, then I'll give you a solid reading of 90 minutes based on your date of birth, time of birth, and looking at your palms. And that will just cost you USD $50. Now, regarding more about your health, I'm a bit worried that your glands, GLANDS, if you're a man, the prostate gland, if you're a lady, then the ovaries, and of course the pancreas, and of course the thyroid gland, these are asking for some help. And you'll have a stomach which goes very easily upset, extreme to diarrhea when you eat something, and then extreme to constipation sometimes. So you need to see a stomach specialist. Is the stomach going gastric? Is the bowels very irritable? Is your colon, COLON, the large intestine needs help? These are targeted areas. I don't want to say too much about your health, but I would also say be careful of your lungs. Don't take up smoking. You have very sensitive lungs. Don't put ice in your drinks, for example. It's only when I have your full date of birth, time of birth, and read your palms that I will go deeply into this 90-minute session and give you a whole area in your health areas where to look out for trouble and how to improve it as well. And yes, your compatibility. You'll be a wonderful judge. Whatever job you have, whatever business you have, and you could easily end up as a great business person, but you will be a wonderful judge, judge of people and judge of situations. So you are good in committees and you're good even as a judge itself because the compassionate step in you is going to be wonderful. It's great talking about you. I can go on and on and on, but I won't so much do that. This is just to introduce you on what a great, wonderful 26th of October you're born in. The most great strength of planets. So much philosophy, so much ambition, so much kindness, sometimes too much wanting to get things done your way, being too strict as well. But this comes with the flow, and the flow for you is good. So I'm waiting to see if one day you will contact me. Send me this email, and I will reply to you. And remember that the session of 90 minutes will cost you just USD $50 to know your next 9 years and to talk a lot about all areas in your life. In the meantime, I wish you a good life. Thank you. Goodbye.